What up? How's it going, everybody? This is Wednesday Warriors. It is another Wednesday. It is May 19th. I almost said 15th. May 19th, 2021. And you guys can see that we are missing the one, the only Garret Gunn, because he lied to us and said his kids are sick. No, but we'll give him a pass just this once. But we do have Dave Lentz here with us, and as always, you have myself, Joey Galvez, and Ambrosia. How are you guys doing today?
Doing all right.
Just all right. You know what, Dave? I expect more from you. I expect more energy from you, dude. Come on.
He has to whisper. Kids are sleeping.
I already told you.
Yeah,
this
Dave
is the most we could get.
I will fight you.
Dave is sitting in a house full of quiet because his whole entire family is crashed out. They've partied and they are all tuckered out. But dude, welcome to Wednesday Warriors. We appreciate you hanging out with us, man. So
yeah, of course.
What have you been up to? Since the last time I spoke to you, man. It's been a little while.
Yeah. I mean, just again, like I said, lots and lots of things. Finished up Unicorn Vampire Hunter 2 not too long ago. I think that's at the printers now. Maybe all the digital's out to the backers. What else? Like I said, working on more covers for Warcorn's birthday bash.
Yeah.
Finished up the first issue of Good Boy, which the Kickstarter for that starts June something.
Coming out soon.
Yeah. A couple other things. There's all the things. So if nobody knows who Dave is, he is the letterer and designer, graphic designer, comics creator, all these awesome hats that he wears. He also, if you guys really love our logo, he actually created our logo for us, and he does some amazing things all around our network for us. So thank you again, Dave, and we appreciate your work, man. It's awesome, and thank you.
Be sure to go check it out. Warcorns. He's got all kinds of crazy cool stuff out there going on. But you know what? I have if you guys have a quick second here, I got something to tell you guys about. Have you heard?
Don't tell me. Is it Manscaped?
We're going to talk to you guys here a little bit about Manscaped. Dave, you look like a man who needs to know about Manscaped. Have you heard about Manscaped?
I have. I often escape my manliness, but with other means.
Well, Dave, I don't know if you've heard about this one, but this is called the Lawnmower 4.0, and Manscaped has engineered the ultimate groin and body trimmer, focusing on intelligent functionality and the incredible, comfortable grooming experience. This 4th generation trimmer features cutting-edge ceramic blade. You guys, I don't know if you guys have seen this. This ceramic blade is freaking awesome. I've actually never seen a blade like that on a body trimmer. I've only seen them on like super high end like head trimmers and all that stuff. You know, me and Dave, we know you need to get real close up in there, right? You can't be, And the worst thing is tugging and pulling. You ain't gonna get that with the ceramic.
I don't know. I don't know about the tugging and pulling, but your wife was supposed to bedazzle hers and then let us know if it was for womenscaping as well. So if your wife could bedazzle hers, then I could sell it for women as well.
I will have her bedazzle this one when we are done running this campaign. I will have her bedazzle this one, and I will take pictures, and I will make sure that you guys know about this. But this awesome trimmer, guys, is amazing because it is also wireless, and I don't know if you know, it's waterproof. It is freaking fantastic. I have to. If you guys got a minute, I've got something. I got a video to show you guys, and
snap.
Just hang out for a second and bear with us. We'll get right into everything, but watch this video. Really cool.
Okay, I'm excited.
Whoa, that thing is freaking cool, man. Look at that. Look how awesome that is. You guys are going to want yourself a Lawnmower 4.0. And you know what? If you guys head on over to manscaped.com, you can get yourself 20% off at checkout if you use Geek Collective. That is GeekCollective. Geek Collective at manscaped.com. Get 20% off at checkout. All right, that's over with. We're not going to talk about any more sponsors except for one more because we got Scout Comics right here. We're going to get you guys 10% off at checkout if you use the discount code GEEK. That is GEEK, GEEK at checkout. Get 10% off your Scout Comics today. All right, Dave, did you hear about some craziness in the news? They were telling us a little bit about UFOs. Did you guys hear about this? 60 Minutes did a story on some UFOs. And the government has about a week to tell us about and possibly hopefully let us know about some declassified things about UFOs and they're calling them unidentified aerial phenomena. Did you? I don't know if you've caught this last night. Did you guys check it out? No.
But I'm so excited because right now, did you guys ever watch The Twilight Zone? The monsters are due on Maple Street.
Oh no,
It's like it came out in the 60s, and it was like the aliens are messing with like people's cars, and like the town turns on each other. So we're reading that in class right now, and the kids like think it's awesome. So we've had like really cool discussions today actually about UFOs. So this kind of was perfect. So I'm stoked to find out what you're going to tell
us. So they declassified two that we know of that they've come out and talked to us about it specifically in this article. There's an article on CBS News right now as well. And but if you guys check it out, read it, watch it, whatever you guys want to do. But I want to know, do you guys think UFOs are real? Do you think they're out there?
Hands down, 100%. Yep.
Okay. I don't know how to explain this stuff, but I do absolutely believe that there are unidentified aerial phenomena, but are they here to help? Dave, you look like you would have the answers.
Tell us, Dave.
I have no answers. As you may have surmised, since I didn't know anything about any of this, I'm going to say they're not real. Well, they could be real, but I don't leave my house, so how would I know?
See, and that's how I know even more that they're real, because I haven't left my house. And so I have like drowned myself in like conspiracy podcasts, which probably isn't the best. But because of that, I've learned so much, and I've had so much free time to like research aliens and like UFOs. And
I've actually been trying to get my wife to watch the Sasquatch show on Hulu.
There's a Sasquatch show?
There's like this like documentary with this like dude. Like we watched the first few minutes of like the first episode, and this guy is like, I saw Sasquatch. We saw this guy, dude, and he was like, so the story happens in like these like up in the mountains where these guys are like a grow field with like marijuana and like guns and stuff, and people come up missing and they look like they're mauled and tore apart, and the only explanation was Sasquatch. So it's like, dude.
Okay.
The other dude either the dude was toking too much, or either Sasquatch is real or he's toking way too much on the ganj.
Probably both. But I fell like in the trap of like TikTok. Like, you know how TikTok you could get into like a rabbit hole of certain things, and I got into the rabbit hole of Dave. Are you on TikTok?
I know of it. I have an account. Do I know how to use it or what it's for? No, I don't.
He's there for the rabbit holes.
Okay, you have to find the right rabbit holes. But I found park.
Terrible.
It could be. It could be.
I'm
It-
not
it-
saying anything.
I learned you can find interesting stuff on TikTok. Okay, this is I found out I had no idea this was true. But what is it called? They're called ranches in Las Vegas. Oh, it's like prostitution. No, it's like
Yes, they're called
Yes.
they're called bunny ranches.
yes, and that's legal. And I had no idea that was a thing.
Oh,
So I was intrigued. But I found one of the rabbit holes I found was park ranger TikTok. And it's like all these park rangers who like talk about their crazy experiences like in the park. And because people were talking about how these UFO or like how UFOs were just like people just like vanishing out of the parks, and someone was trying to a park ranger was trying to debunk it of like, no, these paths are just really hard. But they were talking about Sasquatch, and these park rangers believe that Sasquatch is real. So I'm gonna believe the park rangers.
You know what?
And they weren't
So-
stoned.
So right in this doc well, it was like a segment on 60 Minutes, and on this in this article they do talk to a handful of pilots, and they talk to about their experience and all that stuff. And now they have said, hey, we want all the pilots, if you guys see something weird out there, tell us, let us know now. Where before it was kind of hush hush, and it was like classified stuff, and now they want to know these things, and they want to know where and when and how these things are happening, because these things are happening so frequent now that it's becoming a security risk, man. Like, do we really want these, we can't figure these things out and they're flying around our airspace, man? Like, we should probably have a little bit more of a tighter rope on that, don't you think?
Yeah, I don't know. I need to watch it. And then someone is commenting about different shows to watch, like Fire in the Sky, and I don't know. That's the only one I saw.
Sasquatch. So Thomas Sauceda, he's a good friend of ours. He says Sasquatch show is awesome. Followed closely by the grave from the man who killed Hitler, and also who killed Bigfoot. That's really interesting. Facebook user, which is probably my wife, says that they were stoned. We know Bunny Ranch, and what's this one? His watch Fire in the Sky. Have you guys heard of? So I actually live in Arizona, and that actually happened out this way in the White Mountains, I believe. So I'm not I'm not from here, so I don't know exactly, but some dude got abducted out here, and there's a movie about it and all that stuff. So check it out, dude. It's actually an interesting story if you've never heard about it.
Yes, where is it at? Or where did you watch it at?
Just do a Google search of Fire in the Sky. All kinds of cool stuff will pop up. There's even movie that'll pop up, even the guy's story and all that stuff. Super interesting stuff. I can't believe me. Yeah, it's really, really cool. And,
I'm excited.
like, I like to tell Sasquatch and like alien stories, like when we're camping out in the woods, and when those things can actually probably happen. So my family really hates me when I do that kind of stuff. A Facebook user says it's real. I went to school with a girl related to the guy. LOL.
See, aliens exist. And also, I'm just throwing this out there. Tom DeLonge has an alien UFO company from Blink-182, and I believe Tom. So that's why he stopped making music. It's because his like thing is called like With the Stars or something. And I mean, if Blink-182 broke up because of UFO business, then I think they mean business.
UFO business. Is there a business in like UFO hunting?
Yeah.
Is that a thing, Dave?
Yeah.
Should we just be UFO hunters and leave the comics behind?
I mean, life on the open road looking for metal saucers. I mean, what's better than that?
There you go. Thomas says it's an old movie, so you can probably find it on YouTube, talking about Fire in the Sky.
I hope so, because that's what I'm going to be watching tonight.
Cool. Hey, Facebook user, I want to know who you are, because we need to talk to you about your story, because that would be really cool. I wonder if that's my wife. If that's my wife, I don't know why.
Hey, she hid this from you?
Probably not.
It's probably not. It's probably not my wife at all. We've got actually people watching, which is different in any other day. So anyway, that was really super interesting, and and really weird at the same time because why are we talking about freaking UFOs right now? Anyway,
Because it could tie into. Have you guys watched or seen or read Resident Alien?
oh no,
The show is amazing. I still have 2 episodes of the first season to finish up.
I haven't watched the show, but I loved the comic, and so I'm so excited to sit down and watch the show.
I have not checked it out yet. I'm actually at that point where I'm actually looking for a new show to kind of watch. I kind of played with the idea to watch the AMC show the Nosferatu after the comic book as well. So I was thinking of watching that, but it was like super late at night and I was like chilling out on the patio and I was just like I'm a little scared because I hear noises, so I was probably not going to watch that. So instead I watched some cartoons and I watched like um I don't know. I couldn't come up with something funny on the fly.
But Thomas says that aliens are real, so Thomas is with me with that, and he says somewhere some aliens are live streaming their social media talking about planet Earth, probably. But he's not stoned.
Said hashtag I'm not stoned. I don't know, man. I don't know. That sounds like you might be. Uh-oh.
Nope.
We have. Oh, is Facebook user? They don't want to identify themselves. Do you guys think that that's one of the aliens that is on social media that Thomas is talking about right now? This stream has gotten really weird, and it's gone down a weird.
I'm telling you, TikTok does these like things where you just go down rabbit holes, and now I'm just gonna be searching like aliens.
Oh, there you go. TikTok, we hate you because
and I'm not stoned either.
Okay, we have to get onto some kind of structure. Anyway, what have you guys watched over the weekend? I finished watching Jupiter's Legacy, and and last week I had started it. Have you watched it, Dave?
No, I haven't had chances. Like I said, I'm still sitting on the last 2 episodes of Resident Alien. And then, I get sidetracked with other things. I'm like, oh, well, new Superman and Lois just showed up. Let's watch that. I still haven't watched John Wick 2. Let's watch that.
So sit back because we got a whole lot of cool stuff coming up soon, dude. Because I got some news for you guys very soon. But Jupiter's Legacy, last week I told you guys that I was like not into it. I was into it, but then it got a little I don't know, because I don't want to talk bad about it, but I was like I've seen this before, and then the last few episodes it got really good, and maybe I liked it because it got real dark. It's got real crazy, and it got a whole lot better towards the end. So if there's anybody out there who's like looking to jump on Jupiter's Legacy and they're a little iffy because they watched the first few episodes, finish it off, and it's definitely worth it. So
I need to watch it. I've heard mixed reviews on it, so I need to jump on that.
Like I said, the first few of them were kind of just they're all right, and then it gets really good. I think they're trying to condense the story into one season a little too quickly. So I think that's kind of what I feel when I see it. Thomas says, I see you, Facebook user.
But Facebook user also said that they watched The Handmaid's Tale, and I'm going to jump on that because I just finished that, or I'm caught up. I got caught up on my lunch today on that series. So that's what I watched this weekend was The Handmaid's Tale.
Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah.
I am one of those people who will sit in the room with I'm not an actual direct Handmaid's Tale. I am a secondhand Handmaid's Tale watcher. Because I sit in the same room as my wife as she's watching it, and then when I'm interested and I forget what's going on, I say, "Hey, what's going on? What are they doing?" And she looks at me,
Like with that face that wives do, you guys know
It's
what I'm
because
talking
it's just so much. And then I will say, I typically will always say that the book is better than the movie, but they are doing a really, really good job with this show. And the past recent episodes, like there are so many times where I have to rewind and I'm like, did that just happen?
Yeah.
And yeah, it's been really good.
Yeah, I think I think this season kind of like they the way they do things in these shows nowadays, they just mess with you so much because you're sitting here, you're like, where the heck am I going? What the heck's going on? How the heck did they get here? And then by the end of the episode or by the end of the next 2 episodes, you're just like, oh, I see what you guys are doing there. And I really hate people because they're a lot smarter than me. So there's that. Facebook user says they like it so much.
Same. It's so good.
How about you, Dave? Are you a Handmaid's Tale watcher?
No.
Why?
No.
Have you heard of it?
I have heard of it. I don't live in that much of a hole, but I.
No, it's me. I'm in the hole.
All right. Well, yeah, man. I mean, that's what I got so far. I don't have anything else to catch up to you guys with. But let's kind of move on to our first segment here. We're going to talk a little bit about some geek news. And I don't know if you guys have noticed or saw, but they have revealed the big bad. Well, kind of big bad for Doctor Strange. But that's not the only thing. Ambrosia, can you let us know a little bit about this news here really quick?
Of the Doctor Strange?
Yeah, did you read the article that I sent you?
No, I was like, okay. I know I'm the worst. Today it's been so fired. Okay. So typically Wednesdays I get to work from home. And so that's I have so much more like time to like do stuff. But today we had some snow days in Colorado and they're making us make up for them. So on the Wednesdays that we're typically working from home, we had to go in school and they just like jam-packed us with meetings. So today I was in meetings. So that's why I didn't read so many articles. I'm so sorry.
Well, the reason why I wanted you to tell us because you were really excited about this character getting...
Is it Jane Foster?
Comic book. No. But you were excited about this character getting their comic book. And
Mighty Valkyrie?
America
Chavez!
Strange. Did you hear about this?
No.
So supposedly there's it's rumors, but it's worthy enough to kind of talk about here a little bit. Talk to you guys a little bit.
Yes.
And if anybody out there knows anything else, I mean, I know Thomas is probably more privy on this than I am, but they talked to us a little bit about the big bad. They say so according to news outlets, Shuma Gorath is going to be the big bad in here, but also because they're going to be talking, they're going to be doing a story. America Chavez is reportedly to be in this one as well. So it's super interesting that this is going to happen here. And I don't know if this is true, but what are your thoughts?
Wait, she would be like a bad character? She'd be one of the villains?
They don't say, but I don't think so. I mean, they don't really give us any exact what they're going to be doing here, but there was news leaked that she's somehow in this storyline. We don't know.
I don't know. Dave, are you an America Chavez fan, or do you know much of her?
I know she has like reality jumping powers, but beyond that, I really don't know much about her. I mean, I think she showed up in not New Warriors, but what was the one I'm thinking of?
Which would
Young Avengers? Wait, sorry, what'd you say?
That's the one. That's
Young Avengers.
And
yes.
Which would be which would be significant to the storyline that everybody thinks that they're going with. It's supposed to be this whole multiverse, and all these kind of time warps and things of that nature. So it would make sense that they would have somebody with these kind of powers.
Yeah, but it'd be interesting, like, for them to introduce a character who's not a villain, because from what I've read, like whatever comics I've read about her and of her, she's not a villain. And so it'd be interesting for them to cast a character that we don't know, who's typically not a villain, into a villain.
If that's what they're doing, yeah, it would.
Yeah, if that's what they're doing.
Yeah, I really don't. I don't know, but let's talk. Let's say they're bringing her in, the way she's intended. How do you feel? How do you feel about that?
I'm excited to see her. I don't know how they're gonna portray her because, for one, I'm all about having more of like the Latina representation in comics and in the MCU. So I'm excited for it. She has a really cool backstory. So I'm excited, but she's younger. Like, who they have cast for her? She's younger.
Yeah, it's a newcomer. So
yeah,
and I've not seen her pictures or see what she looks like. How young is she? Is like really, really young?
She's like 15.
Okay.
She's like Miles Morales young.
So what are they doing? What do you think they're doing?
Well, and then especially so many people are hyped up because of WandaVision. And so that's going to be a huge plot. But now it's, how are they going to tie in America Chavez?
Yeah. So Thomas says that the rumors are coming from Illuminati, and they have a really good track record. So, so if they're breaking the news, it's probably that they've got a really good source here. She was supposed to. Oh, if nobody knows who Thomas is. He is the one of the guys over at the Geek Network Entertainment. So you guys can head over to their website as well, and you guys can read some really cool news as well. They break news as well, just like any other reputable source out there. You guys can use them and check it out, and we will be using their stuff as well. So he says that there are dark geek web talk of her getting a series, and it got squashed. So maybe there's a chance Marvel stopped to bring her into the MCU. Hashtag speculation.
See, I feel like that's a possibility, because I thought that they were going to introduce the Young Avengers with Kate Bishop having her own show coming out.
So with these rumors, they're wanting to bring in America Chavez, Kate Bishop. Who else are we getting? We're getting Kamala, right?
Yeah.
Who else are we getting? So they're bringing in a ton of youngsters in these roles of these young Marvel characters. So who knows? We might be seeing the new faces of the cinematic universe. So
that'd be cool. And okay, I've heard backlash from a lot of people of saying that they're not going to like the movies, but I think it'll be able for like a younger generation to connect to some of these characters, especially like in comics, like when Children of Adam, like it's kind of if you've read that series, we're only on like issue 3, but it's basically these younger mutants taking over, like instead of like Nightcrawler, there's Daycrawler. And so a lot of people have been giving him backlash because they're just not interested in it. But I think like it's good, because
come on, man.
I think it'll be good.
Open the gate, gatekeepers. Like, come on.
If you're like a 16-year-old or a 14-year-old, and then you see these like teenagers who are like going through high school, and you're like, oh, I connect with this. So I don't know. I'm all for it.
Hey, I'm all for, new characters and new, comics. I'm just all about comics, man. If it's for the love of comics, I'm in for it. So I've got one here, Dave, that you will probably like, because you have a little one just like I do. But you've only got one, dude. You got to get to work, bro. Come on.
You need to have 3 more, like Joey.
Look. Here's the deal. I am constantly at work, so therefore there is no more.
Yeah. Hold on. Thomas says here, Marvel Studios did a great job doing some long-form storytelling with actors in their late 20s and 30s. Imagine what they can do grooming young talent. And that is a great point. And if
imagine what they could do. They can, and imagine how long they're going to milk that cow. So yeah, for a very long time.
Well, and then I think it'll be so good with like Kamala Khan, who you have a person of color who is also Muslim, and a teenager. I think that will open up so much too.
Yeah, I think they're making great strides in the right direction. I just hope that people will see it just as well. So, but have you seen the trailer for Monsters at Work, Dave? I know you love Monsters Inc.
I actually do love Monsters Inc.
Monsters University. So, are you a Monsters Inc. or a Monsters University guy?
I actually like Monsters University more, just because it's the same reason I like the newer Toy Stories more, even though I think some of the stories are better in like the first ones. Like just the animation is just like there to like all the way over here. Like the first Toy Story is just like painful to watch, like visually, just because like what's the boy's name? Now I'm not sure.
Andy?
He looks like a monster. He himself looks like a monster when you look at him, because like he has like all these individual eyelashes and his eyes are all like very buggy and stuff like that. And then by like two it starts getting better, and then by 3 it's like almost perfect, and 4 it's like real life. So watching that first one is like really painful, but I prefer Monsters University over Monsters Inc. probably for that very same reason. Do I think the story is better in Monsters Inc.? Yes, I do. But Monsters University, just like visually overall, is better.
I think they did a good job with Monsters University because they did have Monsters Inc. to kind of set up the whole world a little bit. So they kind of went back and kind of not really retcon, but kind of added to things and kind of added to the story to kind of make it a little bit more of a fuller world for me. And I think that's why I kind of liked it. And I think Monsters at Work is going to just kind of fill in the the cracks of everything else and give you an even more full world. I really hope that they do something with this franchise because I have loved it. I've got little kids. I've got a 3-year-old. I've got a brand new baby, and I've got a 10-year-old, and they all sit down and love watching Monsters Inc. and Monsters University on a regular basis. And when I saw this come out, we were actually sitting and watching the news, and then all of a sudden on regular TV, who watches regular TV anymore, right? So we threw it on, and then Monsters Inc. came on, and then because they were promoting they were dropping the brand new trailer right then and there, releasing it for the first time in the US right there, and I didn't even know it, and I was like, wait, what the heck is this? And we all watched it as a family together, and it was so cool.
That's awesome. I haven't watched Monsters University. I'm right there with Thomas. He says, time to be a dog dad. Catch you all later. I'm right there with you, Thomas. I'm a dog mom, so I'm really behind on my animated series.
He also says, have you noticed that all the extra children were a bunch of Andy models in the first film? Nightmarish. Oh, I did not notice that.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Thomas, thanks for hanging out. I did not notice. There's all kinds of those crazy cool like random facts that you can find out all over the place. That's kind of cool stuff. So, but are you excited, dude? Are you guys excited for this one?
I haven't watched the trailer, so once I watch Monsters University, I'll jump on this.
Yeah, it's so cool. I love it. I'm all about it, dude.
Dave, how old are your kiddos? Or your kiddo?
5.
5. So they are. This is a good age for monsters. Monsters, yeah.
Oh yeah. He loves both of those movies, more so Monsters University.
Really?
Yeah, just because it has like more like diverse characters. Because it has like Charlie Day is like the purple thing, which he cracks me up. I'm not even worried about whether he finds them funny. I find him to be hilarious. And then like the 2-headed guy that's like the one he's like Jack from Will and Grace, and then I think the other half of him is like what's his face from Kids in the Hall, who played like Flick in Bugs Life.
Yeah.
And then yeah, there's just like a whole bunch of characters that he likes, like more so because like there's just diverse characters to focus on.
No, that makes sense. I've heard really good things about it. I'm just out of the loop. I'm too busy researching aliens and watching The Handmaid's Tale. Just, I'm in that hole.
Handmaid's Tale. All about it, huh? So okay, so Dave, I know you heard about this one, and this one's probably like more in our realm, but right here, have you heard about the Masters of the Universe reboot?
Yes, I have. That is 100% in my wheelhouse.
All right, talk to us about that, because I know this is all about you, man.
Okay, well, from everything that I've seen, it looks really, really awesome. It looks very similar to the 2002 series.
Yeah, that's what everybody.
That like the animation was like really killer in that, and like they based off those really cool figures of. So this looks like a weird mishmash of that series and the original series, because from everything that I've read, it is a continuation of the series when when I was a kid, like that I was watching it when it first came out. Like they're continuing that story, although I'm not really sure how much actual story was involved in the 1985 series as compared to the 2002 series, because it's just like, okay, well, He-Man's going to punch this guy and then probably throw him into space, and then that's the end of that.
That's yeah. I'm all about it, dude. I've seen some of the stills and it looks very clean. I see. So I'm just a little too young to have watched and to have seen it come out, but I've seen episodes of the old school like 80s one.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously everybody knows about that, right? But I was just a little too young to get into it. So everybody who's just a little bit older than me, they're all about it. They're like, I love this. This is awesome. It's coming back. But dude, some of the stills, they look so clean and so good. I'm excited about it. And what's cool about it is it's coming from Kevin Smith, and what's amazing is that it's kid friendly, and they geared it towards kids, and so we don't have to worry about we're like, hey, people are bringing into this into the fruition with the new everything, the new kids and all this stuff are getting to see some of this new old stuff, right? But they're gonna ruin it with like, I'm gonna make it as adult as possible and like throw violence on top of it. We don't have to worry about all that. So it's so cool that we're getting something like this, that our kids they get to experience something like we did when we were kids.
Which I was really surprised that Kevin Smith was going to be doing it.
Yeah, it was a little weird because I was the same way. I was like, how's this gonna work? He's like a rated R guy, and that was one of the things that he said. He made it a point and said, I don't really ever work with anything that hasn't had some form of rated R something inside the movie. So.
I mean, Clerks is pretty. All of his movies are pretty. Risque. So I was surprised to see that Kevin Smith was doing it, but I'm also really excited because I like a lot of his work.
Did you guys see this one right here? There's another new animated series, Batman animated series coming from Bruce Timm. But not only is Bruce Timm going to be on there, we also have J.J. Abrams and Matt Reeves set at HBO Max and Cartoon Network. Like, freaking cool. Like, we're getting another animated Batman series. Are you excited about it?
I'm excited, except for, and this is, I don't know how I feel about J.J. Abrams doing it. And I think I only say that because I was so excited to read his Amazing his Spider-Man comic. And I will say, I don't say negative things about comics very often, but I didn't like it.
So
at all.
It's hard, right?
it's hard because we have, and I hate to repeat this and say, cancel culture and all that stuff, all the crazy stuff that was surrounded J.J. Abrams and all that stuff, right? This is I guess this is the controversy here, right? Everybody's excited about it, but do you put your feelings aside and about what he's done and things of that nature, or just for the love of the craft, or what do you do?
What are your thoughts, Dave?
Well, I don't know whatever JJ has done. I don't pay attention to what he does because, like I told you, I live in a hole, so I don't know. But I did see that this Batman thing was happening, and really the only thing that stuck out to me was like the 1940s serial style long ears on him. Because I'm just like a big Batman guy. Like Batman is one of my favorite characters. Garrett gives me crap about it all the time.
Do you like what's that guy's name who did the big long ears? Kelly.
Oh, Kelly Jones. I like Kelly Jones in that he draws a lot of inspiration from Bernie Wrightson, but
all kinds of people say that.
Yeah, beyond that, he was really good on like the Elseworlds titles where Batman turned into a vampire. Like he was a perfect fit for those. But like the actual like time period that he was on Batman wasn't my favorite. Yeah, I guess exactly that is like Blood Rain or Dark Blood or something in there. I mean, but the long ears thing, like, so I can only assume or slash hope that maybe they're just going to jump around a bunch of different time periods with this, because that would be actually really cool if they,
would be an interesting take.
Yeah, like told stories from like the 40s and so on and so forth. Because like I read the blurb about it where like they're reimagining like Batman's Rogues Gallery, et cetera, and it's like, well, I guess that's cool, but how often do you just end up getting the backlash when they try to do that? It's like, look, people just want the same thing. Just give it the same thing. That's all people want.
Right. And I guess we're also getting an animated Superman series as well very soon, and we have what's his name, the Quaid guy from The Boys. He's gonna be Clark and Superman. So really cool stuff happening. And another really cool thing that I want to talk to, this is going to be the last thing because I want Ambrosha to talk to us a little bit about her pull list. But have you guys seen this? Have you read Bitter Root, Dave? Or
yes.
Has that been on your radar? Has that been on your radar, Ambrosha?
No, I haven't.
Well, it should be on your radar, and you got to pick it up because we got news that Regina King could be directing a Bitter Root movie.
Yes, that's what I saw, but I haven't read it.
And this news, so I saw this news drop, and I saw it straight from the creator. He put this news out there first, and it was really interesting. So if he's dropping this news, what's happening. But it's really interesting because I'm intrigued. They are picking up all of these TV shows, these movies, and all this stuff from all these indie books. When are we gonna get a Warcorns book? we gotta see something, and I want to hear Dave's voice on it.
I mean, honestly, I was really offended when the Warcorns audio drama came out, and I was not Dave.
Yep. That was I was hoping for the same thing, and I didn't hear it either.
It was like a slap in the face, just direct slap in the face.
But super cool. So obvious. What are your thoughts about this, man?
Honestly, I mean, as long as something is done by someone who actually cares about the source material, that's like always my main thing. It's like, for so long, Hollywood was just, pumping out whatever crap they could for people that had no idea how to make comic movies, which is why you got the bulk of the X-Men movies being the way that they are. Now, are there good spots in all the X-Men movies? Sure, there's something fun in all of them. There's not really any of them that are unwatchable. But that's like the most important part, is just getting somebody that actually cares about this stuff, before you're just, thrown into the director's seat and then like, okay, well, I guess we can do this, maybe this could be something.
So do you think that she's a good fit for the director seat?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't even know who she is. I live in a hole. I told you.
So Regina King, she's an Oscar-nominated directorial debut, was in One Night in Miami. So I don't know if you've seen that one. You've seen with all the no, you haven't seen it. It's actually
No.
really good. So you gotta check
Is
it out.
is it critically acclaimed?
It's the one with that's the one with Muhammad Ali and what's his name?
There's
Muhammad Ali,
Malcolm X,
Malcolm
Jim
X,
Brown, and Sam Cooke.
There we go. Yep, all of them in One Night. It's a really good movie. You guys like that? You can kind of. I mean, I really would love to see what she can do here. But I'm excited. I'm open to it, man.
I think that's
the
like
story. If you get a good writer, you know what I mean. I mean, you're gonna do pretty good, man. I mean,
Yeah.
get Dave on the project.
yes. But another TV show that's coming out this week, actually May 21st. Is that Saturday? Friday? I don't know. Whatever day. Wait, whatever day.
MODOK.
Yes. Yes, I'm so excited for MODOK.
Patton Oswalt. Patton Oswalt is the literal best.
Yes. Did you read the MODOK series recently? Like
I did.
Did you like it?
Oh yeah, it was great. Almost anything Patton touches is gold.
I loved it. It was so much fun. I'm so excited. And I love that they did that prior to the show. Because I'm super pumped for it.
Super cool. And we are now ready for Ambrosia's Pool List Breakdown.
Yay!
All
right.
I still feel like we need some like music. Like I need some music to throw some music on there for you.
It could be some X-Files because
X-Files? Oh, you want some more X-Files music?
I fell in love with that.
You want some music? Some X-Files?
Now all I want to do is talk about UFOs and aliens. And Sasquatch.
I really hope you have some UFO and Sasquatch comic books to talk to us about.
None. I wish I did, but none. I tried to tie in Resident Alien. I did. I tried really hard.
Okay.
But that was last week. Yeah, Resident Alien issue 8 came out last week. But it doesn't even matter because I didn't watch the show. But Dave has. But sorry, have you been liking it?
Oh yeah, it's fantastic. Alan Tudyk is a national treasure.
Yeah.
You've said that many times on it.
Publicly on Facebook.
What else is he coming?
Privately, many times. I'm beginning to think you have a bigger crush on Alan Tudyk than me. So
I don't know. That's we might have to duke it out for him.
All right. He's all right. I'm gonna
Alan Tudyk has done so many things. I think the thing he got famous for was Firefly.
Firefly, yeah.
Oh,
like that's and then he was I'm gonna have to hand in my geek card, but what is the name of the droid that was in Rogue Squadron that he did the voice of?
Oh, IG
that everyone loves.
IG-11.
Yes, he did the voice of.
I didn't realize that was his voice.
Yes,
he's also Danger Boat on the Tick. The voice of Danger Boat on the Tick.
He was so great as Danger Boat. It was fantastic.
It's hilarious. He's also the chicken on Moana.
Yes, he is King Candy in Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's done so much that nobody even knows is Alan Tudyk.
No.
Yeah.
No. You are correct, Thomas. I forgot. Department of Truth. If you guys have you guys been reading Department of Truth?
Mm-mm.
Oh my gosh. I love this is probably one of my tops for this year.
I have too many friends who have covers, but I think at this point,
everybody and their mother has a friend who has a cover on Department of Truth. Do you feel the same way, Dave?
Yeah.
Everybody and their mother has a friend who has had a cover on at least one issue of Department of Truth.
This is true. But it's so good. And it's all up my alley, like with the conspiracy things. And so, Bigfoot is in issue 10 and 11, which I just got I ordered my trade back for volume 1, volume 2.
Thomas, I challenge you. You and I need to start a Sasquatch, like either, and this is going to sound, we got to start a Sasquatch podcast, but we have to LARP as well as we are in search of Sasquatch. So we have to, it's like threefold. It's a podcast, it's a LARP, and we are searching for Sasquatch.
This is going to be great. This needs to be like...
Just think about it. No?
Can you...
Dave's giving me the eyes. Dave says no. Okay.
I'm all for it. However, we could take bets on how long it will take for you guys to get eaten by Sasquatch.
Thomas says we will find him.
Or he will find you.
It's either, but it's gonna be. We're like destined for horrible because we're LARPing as freaking Sasquatch, so we're just gonna hurt each other.
It's gonna be great. I'm all in. If you guys watch The Office, I feel like this would be like how Dwight leaves Michael to go like camping and see but yeah, he's like watching him the whole time.
Or when Andy falls in the lake.
Oh,
that's what I feel is gonna happen to me. So
you're just floating backwards.
I'm just gonna get left behind.
I'm here. Anyone? Help. Yeah.
Thomas says you got it. We're gonna find him and take his Rolex. If Sasquatch has a Rolex, then why is he hiding in the forest?
That's because he doesn't want anyone to take it, obviously.
And why does he need to know time? What is he like? What does he need a watch for? That's all.
To find out the life story of Fantastic Four, because that just came out this week too.
There you go.
See?
Awesome.
Kind of did.
Tell us about that.
Please. I am excited. Did any of you guys read the life story of Spider-Man?
I feel like we're supposed to just know his life story.
No.
That's called common knowledge.
Right.
Yeah, that's accurate. But it's really cool because like what they did is like they went through like the time periods. So like there was like, where did they start? Maybe like the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, 50s, 60s, so on and so on. Where Spider-Man is in like these different events. But so this year, because Fantastic Four is this year's the 60th anniversary. They're doing a 60th anniversary for Life Story issue number 1. And this one is like issue 1 is I think the Cold War. So Fantastic Four in the Cold War, and then every like month or however far out they release it, it's going to be like a different time period.
So which one is it in the Cold War? Is it this week?
Yes.
Have you read it yet?
No, I haven't. I didn't even read the articles that you sent me today.
You are fired. I give you one thing, Ambrosia.
Reading, yeah, I know. But guys, we only have a week and a half left of school, and I'm so excited. And then I'm going to be reading all the comics. And
you have an excuse. But the reason why I was asking is I was going to ask. So because they're in the Cold War, does that just mean it's just like a huge spy story?
Ooh, that's a good question. I would love that. I don't know, but they also take part in part of like what. Sometime we'll see that they'll also take part of like the Great Space Race.
Okay.
Which I think will be cool because Reed Richards is just a genius.
Dave, you were there for that, right?
I was. Actually, I was there with all the other Hanna-Barbera participants.
There you go. I knew it.
What else we got? Well, I was trying to think of something clever, but it's not coming.
Yeah, we're probably the most horrible people to be on a show like this where you have to be quippy.
Yeah, no, I'm that kid who like laughs at a joke. It's like the day after it happened. I was like, oh, that was a good one.
She's like, I get it now.
Oh, Hanna-Barbera, they did the wacky races. Oh, that's so funny.
Yes. Be prepared for that text message tomorrow.
His joke was both funny and smart. I had to.
That's right.
That's so clever. That's You would think working with middle schoolers, I would be like on my toes more, but no.
It's probably you probably have trained yourself to like tune things out more often.
I'm not a rejected Teletubby. I'm not a rejected Teletubby.
Were you the one with a thing like this, or the one with the triangle?
No, I was wearing my Spider-Man onesie. It was pajama day, and I wore my Spider-Man onesie, and I walked into class, and I got called a rejected Teletubby.
Oh my god!
7th graders are brutal. Wait until your kids get older.
So brutal.
That is brutal.
That is so brutal.
Yes.
Oh my gosh,
yes.
I would have like hated myself for the rest of the day.
And that's when I'm like, well, you're mean. Boom, roasted.
Right.
Oh. Immortal Hulk, though, Time of the Monsters. Immortal Hulk has been like an interesting series so far. Have you guys?
Is that still going?
It is, but
Shut your mouth.
And is it still Al Ewing?
What's your problem? What's your problem?
Yeah, I'm with Dave. What's your problem?
I'm whispering my rage at you. What's your problem, Joey?
My problem.
Dave, are you an Immortal Hulk fan?
I'm a huge Immortal Hulk fan. This is just stop. Just stop, Joey. Just stop. This to me has been the best Hulk run that has like since Peter David. Like they have done stuff with the Hulk. Stop shaking your head.
I will tell Peter David what you just said, and he will not be happy with
Peter
that.
David is writing comics from the home. That dude is like 90 years old.
No, he's not 90 years old, but he's
83.
Is he really?
Actually, I have no idea.
Okay.
He's a cool guy. I met him.
Fact check yourself.
He comes.
Okay. He's 64. I bet.
Okay.
Not that old at all. No, he's not that old, dude. He doesn't even.
But I love Peter David's run. He wrote it for so long and did so many really great things with the Hulk. But this is the first time, since then that anyone outside of Peter David has made the Hulk interesting and compelling, and it is straight up and down a horror book.
Yes,
which is
and
amazing.
It's so different, and I was not expecting that at all. But some of the artwork in Immortal Hulk has been so good, and the story just it captures you. It gets you. It's hooky. And it's like two of my favorite things because I love like the horror genre, and then I love like superheroes. And I felt like it was both of those together.
See, I have to step away from like like personal things and just read the story for what it is and just enjoy it for what it is. Because if I was
what is your Hulk like? What did Hulk do to you?
Hulk didn't do nothing to me. It's
when did the Hulk hurt you?
It's what someone did to Hulk. That's what it is.
Ooh, which one?
And it's the certain somebody who is doing it to the Hulk right now as we speak.
Oh.
But no, I agree with you guys. He has done really great things in this run. He with me, it's like I love it. Maybe no, yes, no, okay. Maybe I like it. Maybe I don't. So with Al Ewing stuff, it's like a hate-love relationship. But in its whole entirety, I do end up loving the story. But I guess that's experience, right? People experience those things, and that's why I love freaking comic books, because it gives me that whole roller coaster ride. I'm like, do I love it? Do I hate it? No, I think I like it. So.
But that's what
I like when comics do that for me, because it makes me talk about it more and enjoy it in a different way, and then try to go back and see it in a different light. So,
however, I will never go back and I will never see it in a different light how Gwen Stacy and Norman Osborn had a baby together. I'll never see that in another light. Never.
I don't think we ever want to see that.
No. So we'll just skip over that. But this one is. So they're starting with issue number 1. So this is Immortal Hulk, Time of Monsters. I haven't read this issue yet, but I'm really excited for it because I've also loved Immortal Hulk. So I'm excited what this is going to bring.
Awesome.
Yeah. What else for issue 1s? Shang-Chi. Okay, how do you guys pronounce it? I've heard multiple people say it different. I always was saying Shang-Chi, but then I've heard people say Shang-Chi.
I say Shang-Chi.
Oh,
I don't know.
well, that's an even.
Dang
He's throwing
it.
another wrench in there and saying, "I say it this way." What? Come on.
Well, I say Shang-Chi because my brother is a lifelong comic fan, and he got me into comics, and he always said Shang-Chi, so I'm not going to dispute him.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
I guess we'll just wait until see. Like, and I've watched interviews too with people, and there's like a variety of different ways to say it. So I think I'm just gonna go in and watch the movie and see how they say it.
I say Shang-Chi. That's how
See,
I
that's
always
what I
say
always say too. Yeah. And then I don't ever want to be like disrespectful because people are mean. So I don't know. But that came out
Like those
with
kids at your school.
yes.
it.
Yes.
Especially them. Those are the ones that are telling her that she's saying it wrong.
They are.
Those
Anyway.
whippersnappers.
No, they're all going to summer school. But
I'm sending them all to summer school. F.
and I don't have to teach it.
Sucks for you, teachers.
I would never put that harm on those teachers. Let them go home with their parents.
Oh, there you go.
No.
Nope.
But I was excited for this issue because they're bringing in the 5 Weapons Society, which because I'm curious to know if they're going to be in the movie as well. I don't know. I'm excited for the movie, but
which one is it?
Shang-Chi, Shang-Chi,
Oh, yeah,
Shang-Kai, all of that into one.
I'm all about it, man. I'm about it. I've never really read a book of Shang-Chi.
It's good. I like it. It's interesting. And I'm also just.
This doesn't say that I like Marvel. This just says that I've encountered Marvel.
You know,
We've met on the street.
We've met on the street. We've had an entanglement.
I'm all for that. I appreciate your honesty.
There you go.
And then X of Way. I mean, X-Men has been doing crazy stuff recently, and I have fallen behind on their major point. But I love Nightcrawler, and Way of X is about Nightcrawler. So that's been a lot of fun to read. Issue 2 came out today. Heroes Reborn also came out, issue number 3. At first, I wasn't excited about it because sometimes we just got done with the King in Black series, and then we have another crossover, which gets a lot. But this has actually been really good, and the tie-ins have actually been really good as well.
They just announced that they're gonna do another thing. What is it? I don't know who. What is it? There we go. There it is. There it is. Boom. Age of X-Men is back. That's what Thomas says. Okay, so what does this mean?
I don't know. Thomas, tell us. No, I don't know yet.
Tell us. Thomas, tell us, what is the age of X-Men? Please tell us. He says Heroes Reborn was much, much better than I expected it to be.
I would agree. That was like one of my least favorites that I was looking forward to read. And then now it's been one of my favorites. The tie-ins have been, okay, I read one tie-in, but the one tie-in I read was really good, which was the Spider-Man one, go figure. But it was actually really good. And it's like in an alternate universe. And so spoiler alert, yeah. That in this alternate universe, like Uncle Ben doesn't die, but it's actually Aunt May. I don't know. It was really cool. Except that X-Men is back on the map. Felt like they took it back. No, X-Men has been like I feel like we've had a lot of X-Men.
He said, "I'm just excited that X-Men is back on the map. Felt like they took a backseat for a while." That's House and Powers of 10x, whatever you want to put them on the map. Yeah, it did. But the thing is, Benjamin Percy was writing that series, right? And Benjamin Percy, you really have to be into his type of writing to comprehend everything. And it's really, really thick storyline. I love his stuff. He's got great style. And it was
also Jonathan Hickman too.
Yeah, or is it Benjamin Percy or is it Jonathan Hickman? Was
I
it
think
Ben
it's
Percy?
Hickman.
That's
It's
my
Hickman.
bad. What was Ben Hickman doing with X-Men? Did I see then that's my fault.
He was writing Ultimate X-Men for a while.
He was doing something recently, or I don't know why I've got that too mixed up. But anyway, they both are very thick writers and prolific writers in that same facet. So whatever I said for Ben Percy, it goes very much hand in hand with the way Hickman writes as well. They both very much have thick storyline and thick story to kind of wade through. So they very much do the same thing. So.
Well, it's a big series that Hickman did a couple years ago. I'm not going to remember it, but never mind.
Yeah, they've both done X-Men stuff. So yeah, he says, yeah, comics are like music. It's a matter of taste. I wouldn't say a comic is bad. It's either for me or it isn't. Yeah, I agree. I'm the same way. It's
no, and I think we've had this conversation before, and that's why I won't speak. It will take a lot for me to speak negatively of a comic because it's not my cup of tea, but it could be someone else's.
Yeah, and I think the same thing with creators as well. Like Dave, I don't like that guy. I just invited him here because he gave me free work. I'm just kidding. No,
I've never given you free work.
I had to pay for every single thing. He makes me pay more. He makes me pay double.
I was gonna say he gives you double.
Yes, for your insolence.
He says Hickman makes you work to comprehend the intelligence in his writing. There you go. Yep. His understanding of the universe he writes about is borderline supervillain genius, which is probably why it's hard for me to read because I'm like, I can't understand your words because I have a simple mind and not really. No, I really love his story. It's a lot. It's thick. It's a lot. And with Marvel, they don't really make it easy for you with all the crazy tie-ins, and sometimes you really need those tie-ins to get the story arc that you are needing to wade through sometimes. And I'm just like, come on, Marvel.
No, and that's why I wasn't looking for Heroes Reborn because I was like, okay, we just got done with King of crap, what was it? I just said it. King in Black. And that had a ton of tie-ins, and now we have Heroes Reborn, which oddly it hasn't been a ton so far, but it was better than what I expected, like what Thomas said. But so we'll see how that continues.
Yeah.
And then and then Star Wars Bounty Hunters. I like Star Wars, and I've loved the Bounty Hunters so far, so I'm excited to see where that continues.
Sweet. I have a couple in my collection. I just haven't read them yet.
I've been a fan of all of the Star Wars series so far. They've done a really good job. Charles Soule has done a lot of them, and it's been great.
Yeah, I love his Star Wars stuff.
DC has Wonder Girl that came out this week, and that was definitely on my pull list. I actually skipped a lot of DC this week, and that's the only DC comic I have. It's an issue 1, but it's about Yara Flor, and she's raised off the land of Boise, Idaho. But she finds out something is missing in her life, and so she's headed to Brazil to find out. I haven't read it yet, but I have it. So.
Cool.
And then in terms of like independent, Home issue 2 came out. Have you guys read Home yet?
No.
Ugh. This it was really good. It's about this family from South America, I believe, and they try to get safety or refuge in the US, but or it's a mom and a son. But you know how our borders are currently right now, and I cried in issue 1 because it was hard to see of like the mom and the son getting like separated, and they're being put into like the cages, and so it's definitely political and talking about things that are going on right now, but the little boy has superpowers. So issue 1 was great. I'm excited for issue 2, so we'll see with that one. Have you read that one, Dave?
I have not.
I think that one's through Image. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I think that's right.
And then Stray Dog. Have you read Stray Dog yet or heard of that one?
No, I have heard of it though, because it's like it's either by a used to be Disney animator, or like they used to work for Don Bluth or something like that.
Yeah,
And it's really, really like a really cool animated style.
it is. It's Anthony Fleece, and I almost didn't get everyone. I heard good things about it, but I didn't get it because of its animation. It looked like it was like a Disney book or something that was for like kids. So I kind of stayed away from it until I just heard amazing things about it. So I got into it, and it's so good. It's about a serial killer, but it's through the dog's perspectives, and he takes trophies of his victims, and the trophies are the dogs. It's really good. And then Radiant Black comes out today, issue 4.
Cool. Excuse me. Thomas says, okay, now I really have to go. Resident Evil Village is calling. Thanks for inviting me, Joey. Good to meet you, Ambrosia and Dave. Awesome. Thank you, Thomas, for hanging out with us.
Thanks, Thomas.
And if you guys want to check out his site, go over to Geek Entertainment, Geek Network Entertainment. I always mess that up because it's really close to our Geek Collective. You head over to Geek Network Entertainment, and you just do a Google search. It'll pop right up.
It's like the first search, so good job, Thomas.
There you go. And check out they're dropping news all the time. It's a really cool website, and he does really good on the website, and really awesome stuff. And they also have a podcast called Uncultured Pop Culture Podcast. So check that out wherever you guys listen to your podcast. All right. Cool. So was that the last one there, Ambrosia?
Yeah.
All right, so you know what? We're like 12 minutes over, but it's all good. No big deal.
Unless you're Dave and he has to get to bed with his family.
I've been quietly falling asleep for like a half an hour.
There you go, man. My bad. He lives on the other side of the world where everybody is waking up and we are just going to sleep. So sorry, no, just kidding. He just lives on the East Coast. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with us, Dave. Dave, will you please let everybody know where they can find you, if you got any books coming out and all that good stuff? Just drop it away.
Sure. You can find me on Facebook. I'm sure I'm one of many Dave Lentzes, but I'm on there somewhere. DaveLentz.com. You can find like some of my graphic design work, some of my lettering, stuff like that. There is a Kickstarter out now that I did lettering for called Pocus Hocus. It's about a magician who sells his soul to a demon to get magical powers just so he can impress his dad, because his dad was just a real crap bag. And why else do you do things to get back at your parents, I suppose? And then, like I said, Good Boy starts in June on Kickstarter. Currently lettering Cult of Dracula for SourcePoint Press, and all the other things.
Awesome. And there's a handful of other things too that you cannot speak on that you are actively working on that are going to be coming out as well. So Dave Lentz is going to be, you guys are going to be saying a lot of Dave Lentz because you are definitely going to see his name on a lot of books that you're going to be purchasing, because I'm going to push him down your throat. No, not really. But I will definitely.
And I appreciate it.
I will mention every book that my buddy Dave here works on, because he is definitely an amazing contributor to the show and anything that I do, because he's an awesome graphic designer and I go to him for my work. So if you guys are looking to hire him, just head on over to davelentz.com.
Yes, and he did my logo for podcast, or my history lesson podcast. So thank you.
Sure.
History lessons. He did the he did that. Amazing work. Cool, man. Thanks for hanging out with us. And you guys can obviously check us out anywhere that you can find podcasts. Our show is there as well. Just type in Wednesday Warriors Live, and you will be able to find us on social media as well. Just type in Wednesday Warriors. We're one of the only ones popping up. So Wednesday Warriors Live, you'll find us anywhere. You'll find social media, podcast, anything. If you really want to do a deep search and find me without a t-shirt, you probably don't want to do that, but if you do, it's probably a picture from when I used the Manscaped 4.0 on my belly to keep it nice and clean, and it has this amazing light because I was able to find the amazing places that you shave your belly. So anyway, you guys can get yourself one of those over at manscaped.com with the code Geek Collective. That is GeekCollective, Geek Collective at manscaped.com. Get yourself 20% off the Lawnmower 4.0. Hold on. I have this right here. I have this set up. Hold on. The Lawnmower 4.0.
Dang.
How's that? I've got tricks up my sleeve, Dave. You didn't know that, did you?
I didn't. I was too busy thinking about you shaving your nooks and crannies with this thing.
If you don't think about me that way. If you do, just please keep it to yourself. And anyway, we appreciate you guys. If you guys want to listen to Ambrosia's show, head on over to anywhere you listen to your podcast, type in Comic Book History Lessons, and her show will pop up. We are really trying to get it to come out every Wednesday. Sometimes we don't, so don't blame us. But
I think of her every other Wednesday. Yeah.
I think that's probably what we're gonna do. Every other Wednesday is good enough, right? There we go. So,
however, I'll be out of school in a week, so
you'll get tons of content. But check it out because she's got some cool stuff. Last week she talked about Shazam. Hold on, Shazam. How's that?
Amazing.
Don't give me any toys like this ever again. I'm serious. I'm just gonna mess around. Anyway, thank you guys for hanging out with us right here on. Hold on, if I got the right one. We'll see you guys next time on Wednesday Warriors. Ambrosia, let everybody know where they can find you on social media, please.
I am on Instagram and Twitter at Ambrosia_Linda and on TikTok at Comics and Cupcakes.
And you can find me at just do a search for the House of Indie. It's just House of Indie Pod. You can find houseofindiepod.com. You can listen to all my shows there. I have Dave. I have an interview with Dave. If you guys want to hear me and Dave talk a bunch of awesome nonsense about some really good, cool stuff that he's done, head on over to the houseofindiepod.com and listen to all the archive shows there. I also have a show with my buddy John P called Two Scout Geeks, twoscoutgeeks.com. Head over there as well. Find all your amazing shows from the Geek Collective over at ageofradio.org. We will see you guys next time right here. Same geek time, same geek channel. We'll see you guys later.